guys, and welcome back to Blushing Shades. Today I'm going to be doing a first impression on the Marc Jacobs Genius Gel Foundation. Now, my subscriber wanted me to do a first impressions because she was thinking of maybe purchasing this. She wanted to know if it was good for every day. So I'm going to put this foundation to the test. I do have oily skin. So the lady at Sephora did say that this product is good for oily skin. She was actually wearing it the day I got the samples, which I got just samples. I did not purchase the whole foundation bottle, but it comes in a really pretty glass packaging, and it does come with a pump. But I wanted to test it out before I purchase it because I've been curious about this foundation myself. Now, just looking at the Sephora website, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about this foundation. Now, it's a breakthrough gel foundation that's anti-aging, long-wearing, and awakes your skin to ideal radiance and clarity. This is supposed to be a medium to buildable coverage. There was another foundation, the mousse type. I do have a sample of that, but I will be doing a review on that in another video. So onto this foundation, I ended up getting two colors, number 34 and number 42. They do have a really wide range of colors. I believe there's 16 colors in the line, so I'm sure that you can find your match. But I'm kind of in between colors right now because I'm self-tanning. So I'm gonna give one of these a try. I'm not sure which one yet. So you do get 1 fluid ounce with this foundation, and it retails for $58. So it is on the pricier side. I definitely would recommend going out, getting a sample, and trying it first. So this foundation is not supposed to settle into fine lines, and I don't have any fine lines, but I do have some lines just in the forehead here that from squinting that does tend to crease on me from time to time. So let's just see. I do have an oily T-zone in through the middle. And I'm pretty oily right now, so coming wintertime I'm kind of combo. I'm dry around the edges and I still have an oily T-zone. So let's put this foundation to the test. Okay, so normally I wear a primer with my foundation, but because I want to put this foundation to the test, let's just prime half of our face. I'm using the Dr. Brat Pore No More. I love this stuff, you guys know that. It's definitely my holy grail. This is a little bit tinted, so keep that in mind. It might change the color of your foundation as it goes on. And it does add some coverage too. So I'm going to use the color number 34, and I'm just going to dot this all over my face. Let's just see the consistency of this foundation. Now, it is quite runny. Not as runny as some that I've tried, but this one is pretty runny. So I'm just going to dot my whole face. So I'm going to do, well, I'll probably do one layer. We'll see how the coverage is. This foundation is to be used with the Marc Jacobs Face 1 brush, but I only have the Face 2 brush, so that's what I'm going to use today. I really like it. It's angled. It's pretty similar to the one. I think the only difference is the shape of it. So let's go ahead and apply this. So it goes on really smoothly. And it feels really good on the skin. It feels like gel. That's what it feels like to me. It feels like gel. Okay, so just looking in my mirror here, it definitely is lightweight. I don't feel like I'm wearing any foundation at all. I would say it's more of a light to medium coverage. I can still see a little bit of some redness coming through. So I'm going to try this with a second layer and see how it builds. Okay, my camera shut off. I don't know if the camera picked it up or not, but I did add a second layer. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look in my little mirror and see what the coverage is. Definitely better. It looks very smooth. It actually worked really nice with the Marc Jacobs brush. It looks pretty flawless. Again, I don't feel like I'm wearing any foundation, even with the second layer. So that is a bonus for me because I hate feeling foundation on my skin. So it's definitely lightweight. I would say now it's more of a medium coverage. And I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face. so I'm back. Just to let you guys know, I did set this foundation with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in medium, so it's a very light coverage. I also normally spray, I usually set my makeup with the NYX Matte Setting Spray, but I did not do that today just so I can see how the foundation is going to hold up throughout the day. I am doing some errands today, doing some visiting, so I will check back a little bit later. And just to let you guys know, my makeup looks really flawless right now. I loved the way that it applied with my Marc Jacobs Phase 2 brush. It went on very nicely. Yeah, the finish is more of a matte, like a semi-matte satin finish, if that makes any sense. So I will check back a little bit later. The time right now is, I don't have my iPhone, so I got my big iPad here. It is, okay, it's 11:22. So I will check back a little bit later. Okay, so I'm back for a check-in. It is 5:01. I did go over to my cousin's house. My kids were playing outside. It is plus 24 today, and it actually feels warmer than plus 24, so it's pretty hot. So let's just take a look and see what's going on with this foundation. Okay, so first impression is I do feel a little bit shiny. Now, it definitely has more, well, you can definitely see my oils. So I do feel like I need to add some powder, but I'm not going to, just to see if it's gonna stay the same or if I'm gonna get more oily throughout the evening. I do notice a little bit of some creasing right here in my fine lines. So normally for me, that's pretty usual with every other foundation, but this is a little bit more than some of the foundations that I do wear. So I'm gonna keep going and see how this is gonna wear through the night. Okay, so I'm back. I'm just talking in my little whisper voice because my kids are sleeping, but I just want to let you guys know it is 7:58. Yes, my youngest kid goes to bed at 8 o'clock. So normally around this time is when I normally wash my face, take my makeup off, and just get ready for bed. It is my downtime. I do feel shiny and I do feel like I have to put some powder on, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So for somebody with oily skin, I think you will still like this foundation. My skin feels very hydrated at the same time, but it doesn't feel like greasy, if that makes any sense. My last thoughts on this foundation, do I think it's worth trying? Definitely try it out. I mean, for $58, it is quite pricey, so I always tell everybody just to try a sample first before you purchase it, because $58 is a lot of money for a foundation, and you want it to be a good one if you're going to spend that kind of money. Do I think, for me, would I purchase it? No. I've tried a lot of other foundations that I think hold up just as well as this one, so for me it's just not worth buying. I think it's a great foundation. I think it lives up to what it says. It's good for normal to oily to dry. I think all skin types can wear this foundation. I loved the way it applied with the Marc Jacobs Phase 2. I think it packed on enough coverage and it blended out really nicely, so it definitely worked well with this. I'm pretty sure it works well with the Flat Top Kabuki by Stigma. It probably works good with any type of like buffing foundation brush would work. For the Beauty Blender, I don't use the Beauty Blender, but I imagine that it would thin it out a little bit more. You definitely can build up this foundation. It does not feel cakey. It's very lightweight. So overall, it's a great foundation, and I hope that you guys found this first impressions helpful. Let me know in the comments down below if you've tried this foundation or if you were thinking about purchasing it after you've seen this. Please give me a thumbs up if you like first impressions, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!